Hello, beautiful. Hello, handsome. I see you again. Both. There's a lot of beautiful and handsome people in this world. And I believe that I am speaking to one when I'm speaking to one today. But yeah. Okay, so my name is Ophelia, if you don't know me already. And if you don't know me yet, it's nice to meet you. And I hope your day or night, depending on whatever time you see this, is going well. And yeah, so I've just been in my last two videos been talking about just how I was raised, who raised me, and yeah, just how life has been going for me. And so in this video, it might be a little noisy because I'm outside of my apartments, because I'm trying to I live in apartments, obviously, like I said, and there's a bunch of kids that be running around and it'd be loud. But it doesn't sound too better out here either with these cars. It's kind of noisy, but if you can, just bear with me. I want to just get this video through. So yeah, let's get it, let's go. So yeah, in the last video, I was saying though that I left off talking about how the churches, when I was like all the trauma that I had experienced up until going to the church. And then I started talking about how a few of the churches hurt me. And I'm not here to expose anyone, because I believe that love covers a multitude of sins. So I will not be saying any of their none of their names, and I'm not here to put them on blast. I'm just here to tell my story, which they can't take from me. They can't take that from me. This is my story, and it may not be their truth, but this is my truth, and I will speak my truth and nothing less. So one of the churches I went to, it was a lady pastor, and I had been going for a while, and I didn't live, because I started going to this church because I lived with my cousin in Desert Hot Springs. And so my aunt, she's a firm believer. She's the one that like took me and my mom to church. And I remember like seeds being planted from then of me when I started going through really hard times. Those seeds were planted in me, and that's why I believe that that's why I sought. Okay, I'm gonna just talk over these cars. I'm trying to like give them time to pass, but it's distracting a little bit. But I hope that you don't get distracted and you follow with me. Okay, so basically I was living with my cousin and my aunt. My aunt ended up moving, but that's another story. And my aunt invited me to come stay with them, and she already had a church. So I started going to the church I started living there and going to the church. And I'll never forget, I kept going. I moved from Desert Hot Springs, but I still kept going to that church. Not all the time, but like visiting. I have a bump, but I'm all natural. This is what I really look like. If you were to wake up to me in the morning, this is what you would see. So, hey. But anyways, yeah, so I would visit the church, and one day I went out there to visit, and she was having a service, and she had a chair in front of the pulpit, and she said, if you're ready to step up to what God is asking you to do, sit in this chair. And so I did. I didn't get up and sit in the chair. I just stood up. I stood up. And then I seen that one of the other sisters, that she stood up too. And I was going to let her go first. And then I looked over at the pastor. And she was like, no, and not in that dress, because my dress was a maxi dress, but it was a spaghetti strap. And till this day, I keep my arms covered up because of that. But like, yeah, instead of pulling me to the side, she like rebuked me in front of everyone, and I was so embarrassed. I started crying, and I told her, like, first of all, you don't even know me. You're not God. You don't know my heart. And I told her, second of all, how dare you rebuke me like that in front of everybody? And then I just walked out of the service, and I was crying. But we end up talking, like, because I'm working on forgiveness. I really am. I've been hurt a lot, but like, I don't want to close my heart off and not receive my harvest, because that's the enemy's plot, is to make you so hardened in your heart that you're not able to receive the word of God. Because that's what the parable of the sower is about, is when your heart becomes so stony that no seed is able to produce fruit on it, because it's not in the soil. It can't grow. And so it really did hurt me when she did that. I was really embarrassed. But yeah, now I keep my arm. I try to, but it be hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it be hot. But yeah, I do try to keep my arms covered up, but I'm not perfect. Sometimes it's hot. If I'm at home, I'm gonna be comfortable, period. But yeah, so anyways, and then okay, so then there was another church and that I went to, and I didn't have a car, and I still don't at this time. Okay, you guys, it's a lot of distraction, so I might have to just do a couple takes and try to do the best that I can, and hopefully in time I can invest into better equipment and do this from my house. That's the plan. But yeah, everything is a process, and it takes time, and it will happen in divine timing. So yeah, but anyways, back to what I was saying. It was that the bishop and his wife took me to church, and when the service was over, one of the members was asking the bishop if he could if they could add each other on Facebook. And because that conversation came up, he then asked his wife if he could add me. And I looked at her in the face, and I could see that she didn't like it. And rightfully so. I kind of would be mad too if my boyfriend didn't talk to me in private. But I don't know. It's none of my business. But either way, I got triangulated into the situation, and after that it became awkward. And that was the first time that happened. And then afterwards, I just kept going through that cycle, just attracting toxic couples and constantly being triangulated in their drama. And it's gotten pretty bad, and it's the reason why I stopped going to church. Part of it is because I kept getting tired of being triangulated into people's problems. I know that no relationship is perfect, but it's trial and error. And when you're married, you're under covenant with God. So you don't get the opportunity to say, I need to work on myself, because it's not just about you anymore. When you get married, you take covenant with God that it's no longer going to just be you anymore. It's you, your partner, and God. But a lot of people do not take the time to be single and find themselves just them and God first. And that's what I've been doing, is just building my relationship with God first. And then when love finds me, my husband hopefully is out there doing the same thing, just working on his relationship with God. No relationship is going to be perfect, but it's better for you to do it while you're single than getting married. And because once you get married, you are signing that away. I don't know, but that's just how I think. And I'm going to leave this message at this. And oh no, I did want to address one last thing. I'm sorry. So in the Dax, God, Can You Hear Me? If you go on my community tab and you see that I share it, I write down lyrics. And these lyrics I wrote it as if I was still feeling it, but these are past emotions. I've now been going back to church. I haven't been consistent, which I'm going to take accountability for, but these are past emotions, and I am going back to church. So yeah, I love you guys. We'll continue this talk another time, and let's get it. Let's go.